Hi, Liam. Hope you have a wonderful little break. And fortunately, that was our last lesson. Hopefully, I'll see you sometime over the summer. And we'll be able to take a couple lessons hopefully over the summer. But here's a couple things to work on as you proceed to continue to practice and get ready for your play as well. So, first off, a couple reminders. We've been working on our bow transfer. So, this. As you do this, think about keeping the shoulder nice and relaxed, and then seeing how smooth you can do this. This is a nice warm up as you get your start practicing each day. And then we had stop bows. Let me put my metronome at 60. So we're setting the metronome at 60, and we're gonna have 4 clicks in a bow. We'll just go open string. We're doing staccato or stop bows. So eighth note. Triplets. And then 16ths. A nice little catch, a nice attack, almost like consonant sounds as you're talking. So T's and K sounds, having it really precise with our bow. A lot of that comes right here from our first finger, of doing just this little movement of first finger is helping out with that. And then we also have wave bows. Again, doing open strings at 60, 4 notes in a bow. Eighth note. Triplets. And 16ths. And again, I should be able to see my bow go down like this, but my bow is not stopping. So it's just basically a legato bow stroke, and I'm doing these little waves within that legato as I'm playing. And then we've been working on, I think I gave you that vibrato sheet, practicing that with the metronome, and thinking it really our finger being on its tip, and it rolls back. I'll show it from this angle. So my finger is on its tip and it rolls back. Just like this. So whether I'm doing my whole hand, my whole arm, or just the hand by itself. And I'm really trying to get this joint right here on my fingers. Oops. This joint right here on my fingers to really be nice and relaxed as I'm vibrating. Okay, so those are a couple things to practice. Spend just a little bit of time on each day. And see if you can make a nice dent in them. We also been working on shifting. I would practice shifting every day just to get really, really comfortable. One thing you can look up, let me just pull it out actually. It's called Yoast Shifting. You can find it for free on a website called ISMLP. This is what the front page looks like. It goes through shifting in different positions. That might be a really helpful thing to go over this summer, just to get really comfortable in shifting to different spots, and it goes on all our strings. But we had been doing our A shifts, B shifts, and C shifts. So here's A shifts, same finger to same finger. And 2. Then B shifts, lower finger to higher finger. Then 2 to 3. Then 3 to 4. And then higher finger to lower finger. Sorry. And really trying to get your finger to lift, glide, and then set. So want to think of those words: lift, glide, and set. So my finger really is from this angle. Maybe I'm lifting to the top of the string. Oh, so over actually. So I'm lifting, gliding on the top of the string, get to the position, it goes down. Lift, glide on the top of the string, get to the position, goes down. And I really want to practice that. So you could do this even silently without our bow, and just to get that motion going here on our violin before we add the bow in, and so the bow doesn't get in the way. All right. And then we obviously have our scale. And then we have Ave Maria that we'll be working on. And just learning the notes. I do a lot of listening this summer, both to Ave Maria, also to our Chardis meditation from Thais. And you can listen to other songs that are in that book. Some good performers would be Isaac Perlman, Joshua Bell, which I think some other names off the top of my head, Gil Shaham, Sarah Chang, and Sophie Mutter, Hilary Hahn. Some of those have really nice recordings out there you can find on YouTube, or also just on iTunes or other places like that, Spotify. You find some really nice recordings of those songs, just so we can aurally hear what a really good violinist sounds like, and so we can start to emulate their sound. And so with both Ave Maria and Chardis, as you're learning them, practice them slowly. I would just go over them by section. With Chardis especially, what I would like you to do, if I can open to my page, I'd like you to go through nice and slowly, listening for ringtones. So ringtones are any note that are the same as an open string, same note name as an open string. So all my A's, A, D, G, and E's should ring in this song, unless they have an accidental on them. So I'm going to have this extra ring. I don't know if you can hear this. Extra ring there. Got my A string to move. what I would do is I would practice, I'll show you how I want you to practice it. I would go either 40 or 60 first, whichever is the easiest. Each note is going to turn into a quarter note, and I have a rest between, so it'll be like this. And once I get confident that I'm hitting all my ringtones beautifully, then I'm going to go just straight quarter notes. Like that, and then I add it back in the bowing and the rhythm. But initially I ignore all bowing, all rhythm, just try nailing these notes so that they're really, really solid. If you need more time, which I'd recommend, I'd go at 40 actually, just because it gives us time to actually set our fingers. And then I practice a lot of the shifts, just isolating those shifts to really nail them back and forth, that I can be confident that I'm going to nail them every single time. And then as I come over into 54 area with the double stops, I want to go through and just play one note at a time, so just maybe the bottom note. Like that. So I'm just focusing on one note, and then I go do the opposite note. And I want to make sure I follow the right fingering for this. And then I'm going to do what's called ghost notes. So I'm going to finger both notes but only play one. So I'll play the lower but finger the top as well. Now I'll do the opposite, so I'll finger the lower one and top but play just the top. So and then what I'll do is I'll then take them and break them apart. So and just break them like that, where I play my lower note and then play the top note, and really trying to get those in tune with each other. And then from there I can just go to normal. When I get to these false harmonics, what I would first practice is just the bottom note. So I have and yes, I'm going to use one for all that. I want to make sure I do the correct fingering. So this whole thing with the false harmonics, except for when I play open A or an open string, is going to be pretty much with my one. So like that. And then I can finger just the top note. Sorry. And yes, I want to use fourth finger just to kind of get used to that. And then I put it together, so I'm going to do fingering the bottom note, but barely touching the string with my fourth finger where I just played. So So as I'm coming here, I'll try to show it this side. So on the G string. So my first finger's all the way down, my fourth finger's just barely touching, like that. I want to make sure I use a nice heavy bow weight. I'm going to bow pretty close to the bridge because that's going to really help me get a really nice solid tone for these harmonics, okay? And then I'd recommend also just coming to open A, and this is called saute, and moving up and down your bow until you get the bow to come off by itself. So usually you start at the top. That's where my bow just comes off naturally, so start higher and work your way down. Because as I come, that's going to come off by itself if it gets fast enough. Again, I would practice it slowly and then adding some of those rhythms we've gone over in the past. And again, I hope this is kind of helpful for you, Liam. Again, I hope we're able to have some lessons maybe this summer and to be able to just touch base even. A couple lessons would be helpful just to see if we're on the right track and just to make sure we're moving the right direction. And again, hope it goes well. Oh, I have one other thing I'll be sending your mom. You did really well in the evaluation program, and I'll be sending your form that you got from that. I'll just go quickly over the comments. I thought you had a wonderful ringing tone, especially with your double stops, and did a great job with all the techniques that are packed into this piece. They thought you could take some extra time on the really, really high notes as you practice, and also fast notes. Playing them slowly and listening carefully, trying to make sure that the intonation is correct, just to take it to next level up. They loved your dynamic contrast, and they thought you did a great job with your phrasing, and they loved your high G string work and the style that you played, and the different characters that you got in the piece, as well as they thought you did a fantastic job in attacking this piece and playing it with a lot of energy. So you got some really good comments, and again, I'll be sending these to your mom. And again, I hope to see you soon and hope that your play goes well, and see you later. Bye!